Welcome back into high school basketball as we get ready for the Battle of Mayfield Creek between Carlisle County and Ballard Memorial. Corey and Dan Bowles here with you at Carlisle County High School. And for the 4-14, Ballard Memorial Bombers, coached by Miss Marla Cooper. It'll be number 1, a senior, Jamarian Williams. Also in the backcourt will be number 2, a junior, and Devin Bledsoe. Number 3, a junior, Matthew Grogan. Number 4, junior, Bradley Chandler. And a senior in the middle, number 30, Jacob Sullivan. Starters for Ballard Memorial. For Carlisle County at 8 and 12, it'll be the sophomore, Trey Wilson. Running the point for Carlisle County, the junior, Trevor Elder. Junior Michael Thomason, and the 2 freshmen, Davin McGee and Reese Anderson for Carlisle County.
We're talking about Coach Cooper and the Bombers. You know, she's starting 3 juniors right now, so that's right there for next year. And then what she's got out there in the outlying area, sitting there on the bench, she's going to have a good team next year.
The Comets will be in the home white, trimmed in maroon. Ballard Memorial in the visiting green jerseys, trimmed in white, black tennis shoes for both squads. Mr. Adam Kendall going to tap this one up as Trevor Elder and Jacob Sullivan there to tip it away, and the Comets will control in the backcourt as Trey Wilson goes and gets it. And the Comets will move right to left as the Bombers start out man-to-man. Here's Reese Anderson out deep on the right side. Slants back, gives it over to Thomason. Now back to Anderson out deep on the right side. Anderson uses his dribble, nothing there, goes to Wilson. Back on the right wing. Wilson cuts middle of the lane. They swing it back out, top of the key to Thomason. Crossover dribble, gets in the lane, gives it off to Elder. Up, under, good, and a foul. Trevor Elder puts the Comets on top early. And the foul's going to go on Bledsoe.
A little continuation there on that foul, wasn't it? I thought the foul was on the floor.
He was in the act. I thought he was in the act of shooting. I thought it was a good call. Elder to the line, 7:34 just underway here. Elder's free throw won't fall. And the rebound come off to Grogan. Comets will retreat. Stay half court man-to-man here to start is Jamarian Williams. Gets it out top, swings it over to Sullivan. Inside to Grogan, and Reese Anderson goes over the back, trying to get the pass on the inside. And it'll be out of bounds to Ballard Memorial. So each team now picks up a foul in the first 40 seconds.
Are we going to be a picky foul night?
Ooh, I hope not. I don't like those. Ball comes into Sullivan. He'll hand it off to Grogan at the top of the key. Grogan backs up near the timelines. The Comets go 2-3 on the out of bounds. They'll stay 2-3 here. Chandler out deep on the right side. Not a lot of movement by the Bombers here. Not any team anymore you see, they go to this 2-3 zone on the inbounds, and it really affects the other team having to revert back to their different offensive sets as Jamarian Williams drives the lane, picks up a foul on Trevor Elder, so 3 fouls called here in the first minute. And Jamarian Williams will head to the free throw line shooting 2. And for the first time this year.
That's on right for 100 fouls this game.
For the first time this year, we'll have a buck of baskets going on each end of the floor on a little tractor as Williams knocks down the first one. I still need to get a running total of that. See where they're at.
I'll get that for you.
All 4 teams need it for the boys and the girls also. As Jamarian Williams knocks them both down. And a buck of basket out of a little tractor, and they come with full court pressure. McGee on the near side of Wilson. The Comets break to pressure with ease. Wilson splits a couple of defenders, lays it up, won't go. Tapped out of bounds off of Elder. And it'll go back to the Bombers. I think if he was going to have a picky foul match, you probably would have got one right there.
Yeah.
Wilson had to get through contact to get to the rim. And the Bombers have it back the other way. Chandler slants over to the left, goes up on Elder, puts a shot up, won't go. Rebound's going to come off to Bledsoe, though, for the Bombers. He keeps it alive. Gives it out to Grogan. Grogan out between the circles, guarded by Davin McGee. He forces him to the left, gives it off to Bledsoe. Now out to Chandler. Chandler's going to drive, scoop shot off the glass, won't go. And McGee pulls down the rebound for the Comets, and he'll sprint down the sideline. Gets it up to Thomason on the right wing. Cross-court pass goes to Anderson. Now to Wilson. Right back to Thomason on the right side. Down low Elder, and the ball's knocked away by Williams. 2 minutes gone by. We are tied to apiece. It'll be Comet basketball over on the far side to trigger it in. Anderson. And to Davin McGee. Out straight away now to Wilson. Wilson gives it back to Anderson now on the left side. Reese looks to drive. Nothing there. They come back to Thomason. Just left of the lane. Thomason bunny hop into the lane. Puts it up over a couple of Bombers. It won't fall on Bledsoe. Grabs the rebound. Bledsoe turn, pushes it up to Williams. Williams goes baseline. Nothing there. Back to Bledsoe. 10-footer. Won't fall. And we're going to get Michael Thomason going over the back of Jacob Sullivan. And it'll be Bomber basketball underneath their own basket. First one on Thomason. 13 foul on the Comets. 5:36 to play here in the first quarter. Grogan driving inside. Flings one up in the air. Sullivan right there to pick it up. And he gets the Bombers' first field goal. And puts the Bombers on top for the first time at 4-2. Come back with that full court pressure. McGee down the right side. Comes back out straight away to Wilson. Wilson between the circles. He'll hand it off to McGee, and the Comets will look to set. The Bombers have stayed man-to-man. Out of the full court press, they're falling back man-to-man. Here's Wilson out deep right. Uses a screen by Elder. Gives it over to Anderson. 3 on the way. Left side. Got it. Reese Anderson with the triple. He's had the hot hand of late. Puts Carlisle County back on top. 5-4. Grogan. Back the other way for the Bombers. Gives it to Chandler. Chandler left of the lane. Back to Williams. He'll drive on a couple of Comets. Can't make the shot fall. Tapped around. Bledsoe there. Gets it. Ball's loose on the floor again. And we got a jump ball finally. And it's going to be Ballard Memorial basketball. And they'll get our first subs in. Jacob Dewey's and Jacob Reddick in. Elder and Thomason will check out. Bledsoe to trigger for the Bombers. Bledsoe brings it into Sullivan. Out straight away to Chandler. Now the Bombers will reset here. In the middle, they find Bledsoe at the free throw line. Bledsoe gives it off to Sullivan, who makes a big power move to the goal. Won't fall, and we'll get a foul on Carlisle County.
Should go on Jacob Dewey.
Should be his first, team's fourth, and it's going to put Sullivan at the free throw line shooting two.
At this rate, we're going to be shooting the bonus in the first period.
Kind of a dead feel to this game right now, too.
Yeah, there's not enough movement on the floor. The crowd's not into it, just kind of sitting here.
Sullivan misses the first one. 4:19 left here in the first quarter. 5-4. Comets on top by 1. And Sullivan will get one more. Free throw is up. No good. Rebound comes off to Anderson for Carlisle County. Quickly up to Wilson. Wilson will hit McGee on the near sideline. McGee cuts back. 12-footers partially blocked. And the rebound comes off to Bledsoe. Out to Williams. Bombers with the break. Williams splits a couple of defenders, and Reddick right there to intercept the pass, but he goes out of bounds. Good hustle by Jacob Reddick to get back down the floor. So when Jamarian Williams decides he wants to go to the hole, he's going to go. Thomason going to get back in the ball game along with Elder, as Davin McGee and Reese Anderson will take a breather. 4:04 left here in the first quarter. Bledsoe into Chandler. Chandler going to go around his man. A little scoop shot won't go. Rebound. Going to be a jump ball, and it'll be Carlisle County's basketball. Halfway through this first quarter, Comets on top 5-4.
High-scoring ball game.
Yes, Bombers come with a little 1-2-2 full court press. They look to trap in the corner, and Wilson is hammered by Grogan. The Comets will reset to do it again. Be the second foul on the Bombers. And I think this is the first one on Grogan with 3:57 left here in the first.
Yeah, it's the first on Grogan, yeah.
Yet to see the Bombers go to the bench yet, as Williams comes away with a steal on the inbound. Good defense by the Bombers over to Chandler for 3. Won't go. And the rebound tapped around, and the Bombers come out with another one. Bombers are hitting the offensive glass hard. They just can't get a shot to fall. One field goal so far for the Bombers. Here's Williams driving off the left side, puts it in, and Carlisle County wants a quick 30-second timeout as Jamarian Williams puts the Bombers back on top by 1, 6-5, 3:37 left, and Coach Brian O'Neill does not like the fact that Jamarian Williams is getting into the lane at will.
Yeah, he's going wherever he wants to, it seems like. Nobody's wanting to step in front of him. I know that, they call some quick fouls. I think that's got everybody's kind of tore up just a little bit.
Slide over and take one charge. He starts thinking about driving in.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
You just got to take one charge.
Ballard Memorial has 7 rebounds already here in this first quarter. Carlisle County has only got to 2 of them, and Carlisle's the only one with a turnover so far.
Of those 7 rebounds, At least 4 of them have come on the offensive end, giving the Bombers second chances. Bombers will go full court pressure here. 5 offensive rebounds already for the Bombers. Dewey's brings it into Reddick. Reddick trying to hit up the sideline to Wilson. Had it deflected by Chandler out of bounds. The Comets will get to reset over on the far side. Reddick lobs it in deep in the backcourt to Wilson. Wilson will walk it up now as the Bombers go man-to-man here. Carlisle with the ball, down 1. Thomason out deep, left side. Look to drive, nothing there. Goes over to Dewey's in the corner. Back straight away to Wilson. Goes to the left elbow, kicks it back in the corner to Dewey's. Thought about the shot. Instead, he'll give it up to Thomason. He'll fire the 3. It won't go, and Grogan pulls down a rebound for the Bombers. Grogan works it over the left side of Chandler. He crosses over on Reddick. Chandler will go baseline, misses another layup, but the rebound by Sullivan. He missed the putback, got another one, and he'll head to the free throw line. He's fouled on the second one, and Jacob Sullivan, the senior, back to the free throw line to shoot 2 more.
Fouls on Jacob Reddick. Foul, the 5th team foul now. First on Reddick. 3:01 left here in the first quarter.
I heard Coach Bright O'Neill. He mentioned, rebounding was going to be hard again for the Comets this game, but I don't think he expected it to be this bad this quick as Sullivan misses another one. He's 0 for 3 to start the game. Reddick and Dewey's out.
He's the man to foul right now.
Yes,
You're going to have to.
He's 0 of 3 to start the game. 3:01 left here in the first quarter. Sullivan knocks down the second, another bucket basket out of Little Tractor. And the Bombers with full court pressure. McGee hits Thomason, middle of the floor, and he throws it away. Right into the hands of Chandler to Sullivan. Back to Chandler. He'll go for another layup. He missed another one. And Carlisle County controls. Wilson gives it up to Davin McGee. McGee down on the right side. He missed a gimme underneath, and the Bombers with the rebound. They want to run. Williams off to Chandler, lays it up and in. Bradley Chandler, his first points.
You're going to run that ball, you're going to have to be able to score.
So Bombers on top, 9-5 here early on. There's Thomason on the pass from McGee, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to the Bombers on a turnover on the Comets.
Number 3.
Tempo has picked up here in the last minute or so, and it's favored the Bombers. So they've opened up a 4-point lead here at 9-5. Sullivan out deep, looks inside for Chandler. Ball's knocked away, and McGee comes away with a steal for Carlisle County, and then they throw it away. And Davin McGee with a frustration foul as Matthew Grogan heading in for the layup. McGee's going to pick up the foul, and it's going to put Grogan at the line for the first time.
It's going to be the 16th foul now on Carlisle County. It's going to be the first on McGee.
So the Bombers will shoot the bonus the rest of the first half. 10 minutes and 8 seconds worth of it. Grogan knocks down the first one. Another bucket basket out of Little Tractor. 2:08 on the clock. Bombers have doubled up the Comets at 10-5. Second one by Grogan's good again. It's at 11-5. 7-0 run here for Ballard Memorial. McGee into the front court. Draws a double team, gives it off to Wilson. Back to McGee. He'll go to Thomason in the corner. Back to McGee on the wing. Davin going to drive, pull up 10-footers, good. Davin McGee with his first basket. It's Carlisle County back to within 4. Williams quickly back the other way, and an offensive foul on Jamari Williams. That's why I say Wilson there to take it. Now he'll think twice before he does that again.
Or not at all.
And I look down here at this Ballard bench, and no substitutions yet.
No.
Minute 45 left here in the first quarter. Elder hits McGee, middle of the floor. They beat the press as McGee goes down the far side. Gives it back out to Wilson. Straight away to Anderson. Reese, top of the key. Gives it off to Thomason. Thomason going to drive, kicks it back to Anderson in the corner. Anderson, he drives to the right side and has his shot blocked. It's going to be picked up by Thomason and slung back out to Wilson. Here's Anderson, left side, 3 on the way, off the mark. A rebound controlled by the Bombers. Minute 15 left here in the first quarter. Neither team shooting a nice field goal percentage here in this first quarter at all. Grogan out to Chandler. Chandler works it with the right hand, brings it back out top to reset. Under a minute to play here in the first. Chandler drives around McGee, gets in the lane, scoops one up, it won't go, and the rebound is going to be off of Bledsoe, out of bounds. And that'll get the first sub for the Bombers in there. Marinelli will check in. Chandler will check out. And Jacob Dewey's back in there for Carlisle County. As Elder takes the seat. Anderson across the timeline. Goes to McGee on the right side. Back straight away between the circles. Reese Anderson. 11-7. Bombers on top. I wouldn't be surprised if the Comets could play for one shot if they may not do it here. Here's McGee crossing over. Finds a lane to the basket. Has his shot blocked. And a rebound comes off to Sullivan. Quickly out to Bledsoe. Bledsoe up to Jamarian Williams, and he's hammered by Thomason. That's going to be 2 on Thomason. And Jamarian Williams going to head back to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. Just to let you know who's been the aggressor in this game. This will be the 9th and 10th free throws for the Bombers here in the first quarter. The Comets have only been there one time.
One time.
Shows you who's taking the ball to the hole. Jamarian Williams eyes the basket. First one's up and no good. Reddick back in the ball game. Thomason will sit with those 2 fouls. Thomason's shooting slump has continued into the first quarter of this game.
Yes, it has.
Second one by Jamarian Williams is good. He's now got 5 in the ball game. And that's where the lead stands for the Bombers at 12-7. 15 seconds left as Anderson brings it across the timeline. Down to 10. Williams comes out, puts some pressure on Anderson. Anderson looks to drive to the right side, and he's hammered. And he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Comets with 6 seconds left.
Oh, Bledsoe.
It's going to be 2 on Bledsoe. And that's going to get Ross Jones up. Ready to check in the ball game as Anderson heads to the free throw line for the Comets. First free throw is good by Reese Anderson. So Ross Jones in the ball game.
Trevor Elder back in for Devin McGee.
6 seconds left here. As Reese Anderson with one more free throw coming. Shots up and in. Reese has got 5 for the Comets to lead the way. Marinelli looking to get it in. Finds Grogan in the backcourt. Back to Marinelli across the timeline. Down to 2 seconds. Nobody stops the basketball. Marinelli misses the layup, but it's tipped up and in by Sullivan at the horn. And Jacob Sullivan has 5 in the ball game. And after 1, 14-9, Bombers on top.
We all enjoy being recognized for our finest achievements, whether it be as a member of a championship team, a tournament MVP, or Employee of the Month. When it comes to crowning life's champions, there's only one place to turn: Award Masters on South 6th Street in Mayfield. Award Masters custom builds all of their trophies in-house, and they can engrave almost anything, including plaques, wooden items, and even medals. Award Masters is also the area's #1 stop for advertising, specialty, and promotional items. Award Masters in Mayfield, for recognition done right.
A lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Ooh, 64 dream car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides and have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman.
Love those shoes.
Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Agent Steve Jones about Shelter's auto insurance discounts.
Hot shooting here in this one. 14-9. I knew neither team was shooting it well.
And there's a turnover bigger than everything.
Jamarian Williams wild over the head pass trying to go cross court. Sails out of bounds, and the Bombers will turn it over on the first possession. Now they'll come with full court press. Wilson will get it across the timeline. Now he'll find a lane to the basket. Wilson goes up strong, draws the foul, and Trey Wilson will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Wilson leads the team in free throw shooting, leads the region in free throw shooting, averaging 19.5 a game.
Foul went on Ross Jones. He's a junior. He's his first. Team's 5th now.
First one by Trey Wilson is good.
Another bucket basket for Little Tractor out of Metropolis.
Wilson shooting at close to 88% on the year. Pulls the Comets back to within 4 at 14-10. 7:41 left here in the first as Wilson knocks them both down. His first 2 points of the game. Makes it a 3-point Bomber advantage with the ball as Marinelli gives it to Jones. They swing it over to Grogan on the left side. Grogan trying to find Williams. Now they get it to him out near the timeline, and the Bombers will reset. Comets have stayed man-to-man here. Williams had it picked away by Reddick. Good hands by Jacob Reddick. Here come the Comets. Wilson up over Marinelli, and he had it swatted from the weak side by Williams. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Carlisle County. 7:18 left. Comets with the ball. Down 3, 14-11. Wilson to Elder. Back to Anderson on the right wing. Anderson thought about the 3, didn't like it. He'll come back straight away to Elder. Now the Comets will reset with Reese Anderson up top. Anderson working on Marinelli. Hands it off to Trey Wilson. Wilson to the high post. Goes around a screen, misses the shot. Rebound fought for. And Sullivan comes out there with it for the Bombers. And then Sullivan quickly up into the front court. Hands it back to Grogan. Grogan going to slant for the basket. He misses one. Sullivan on the rebound. Sticks it back up and in. Big fella Sullivan. He's got 7 now. The Comets head back the other way. 16-11. Anderson down to our left. Off the glass on a runner. And Reese Anderson's got 7 here. And this one makes it 16-13. Marinelli.
Well, I tell you what, Sullivan and Elder are going at it out there.
Well, Sullivan right now is owning the Comets. He's got 7. To go along with probably at least 5 or 6 rebounds down there. Here's Ross Jones curling off the screen. Left elbow. Takes a dribble down the lane. Walks with it.
Oh, now they're going to call a jump ball.
Are you kidding me?
I cannot believe that.
It's going to be Comet basketball.
Wow.
Jones. Lost that one. Devin McGee back in as Deweys will check out. 6:08 to play here in the first half. 16-13. Bombers on top. Bombers will start in a little 1-2-2. Sullivan with 10 rebounds already, according to our statisticians. 7 points, 10 rebounds. Here's Elder. He's going to take it at Sullivan. Lays it up and in. Trevor Elder with his second basket. And Coach Cooper wants a timeout as the Comets have pulled back to within 1, 16-15. 5:56 left. We'll take a quick 30-second break.
I'm your phone. Stuck down here between your seat and your console? Playing a little hide and seek.
Cold. Boiling. Jackpot. And if you've got cut rate car insurance, you could be picking up these charges yourself.
So get Allstate, where agents help keep you protected from mayhem. Like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands?
Call me, Kevin Kurtzinger in Mayfield or Murray at 270-247-2919 or 270-762-1030.
Coach Cooper stop just for a minute here and get her team back settled back down. Marinelli, top of the key, looks left side to Williams. Williams going to cut into the lane, uses a screen by Jones, fires the 12-footer that won't go, and the rebound comes off to Davin McGee. Out to Elder. Elder quickly up into the front court, gives it back to McGee. Fakes the pass, gives it back to Elder in the corner. 3 on the way, a high arch, won't fall. Sullivan with his 11th rebound. Marinelli, nobody stops and picks up the ball, and Marinelli misses a little 15-footer. And Carlisle County on transition here, 3-on-2 break. Reese Anderson is fouled by Jamarian Williams. That's going to be 2 on Williams, and that's going to put Reese Anderson back to the line shooting 2. Starting to see the tempo that we expected to see in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of picking up now just a little bit. Kind of looked like it was going to be one of those 30-point ball games whenever we first started. I thought it's picking up good.
Anderson back at the line. First one's good. Another bucket basket out of Little Tractor. If you just
Deweys and Chandler in. Chandler in for
Williams
and Jacob come in for
Reddick.
Who?
Reddick.
Was it? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I found him.
Second one by Anderson is good. Reese now with 9 in the ball game and puts Carlisle County back on top by 1, 17-16. Been a game of runs so far. First lead the Comets have had since it was 5-4. Marinelli working out deep on the right side. Comets have went to a little sag in man-to-man defense.
At least a little more movement on the floor for us.
Here's Grogan to Chandler. Chandler out deep on the left side. Picked up by McGee. One dribble, gives it over to Jones. Jones comes back out to Marinelli. Marinelli looks to drive. Kick it over to Grogan in the corner. Bombers being patient here. Good defense by the Comets. The ball movement by the Bombers as Grogan goes down to the baseline. Nowhere to go. And he has it kicked by Davin McGee.
That's going to get a new Bomber in, I believe.
Khalil Griffin in the ball game. Warriors number 5. And Sullivan will check out. Coach Cooper, you can't leave him out very long. 7 points on 11 rebounds. Still 4.5 to play here in the first half. Chandler on the inbound. Gives it over to Griffin. Thought about the 3. Still, he'll drive and kick it over to Grogan. They come back now on the right side to Marinelli. Cross court to Griffin. He'll fire the 3 from the left wing. It's good. Off the bench. Khalil Griffin with the triple. It's the Bombers back on top.
He said, Coach, put me in. I feel one coming on.
Elder, middle of the floor. Gives it back out to Wilson on the left wing into the front court. Wilson goes to the hoop and lays it up and in. Good hesitation move by Trey Wilson to get around his man. And we're tied at 19 with 3:55 left here in the first half.
Thomason set the check back in on the next dead ball.
He's going to put him in with those 2 fouls as Griffin has it out top, picked up by Elder. They're going out of Grogan, now straight away to Chandler. 3:40 to play, first half. We're live at Carlisle County High School as Marinelli gives it off to Grogan. To Griffin, back to Marinelli. Marinelli looks to drive, spin move off the glass, good. Nice move there by Marinelli for his first basket. Anderson to Wilson. Wilson going to use a screen out on the left wing. Nothing happening for him. Give it back out to Anderson. Anderson looking to drive on Marinelli. Gives it over to Davin McGee. 21-19, Bombers on top. Here's Dewey's left corner, 17-footers, good. Jacob Dewey's with his first basket ties this game back at 21. So each team just exchanging punches here. Griffin up top, a little mismatch there as he pulls Elder out on him. Griffin gives it over to Marinelli. To Chandler. Chandler looking to drive, and we're going to get a foul on Carlisle County. It's going to go on Trey Wilson reaching in. It's going to be his first. It's going to be a 1-and-1 situation coming for Chandler. His first trip to the line tonight. 2:38 left here in the first half, and Chandler, the lefty, will have a chance to put the Bombers back on top. Free throws up and good. Another bucket basket at a little tractor. Once again, those go towards scholarship funds for the boys programs at Ballard and Carlisle, and for the girls programs also.
Just like you said, Sullivan didn't stay on the bench very long.
You couldn't keep him out very long as he'll check in. Grogan will get his first breather of the night. And Chandler will have one more coming. He's put the Bombers back on top, 22-21. 2:38 to play here in the first half. Chandler's second one won't go, and the rebound comes off to Anderson. Quickly up to Wilson. Comes into the front court. Wilson goes all the way down to the basket. He is rode all the way up to the hoop by Griffin, and he's going to get the foul. It's going to put Trey Wilson back at the line shooting 2 more.
That was the 7th team foul now, first on Griffin.
So 2:32 left here in the first half. Back to the free throw line goes Carlisle County. 22-21. First one by Wilson ties it up at 22 apiece as we get Davin McGee back in the ball game. Thomason will check out. You'll see him maybe a little offense-defense strategy with Thomason down the stretch playing with those 2 fouls. Trey Wilson, the sophomore. Second one's good. He's now got 6 in the ball game. It puts Carlisle County back up by 1 at 23-22. It's Brian O'Neill trying to rally his guys into getting a defensive stop here. Marinelli, left side. Had an open look for a 3, doesn't take it. Uses the dribble now. Comes back out top. Marinelli looks left side to Griffin. Back now on the right side to Chandler out behind the arc. Chandler looking to drive, and he walks with it. It'll be a turnover on the Bombers, and that'll get Thomason right back in. The offense-defense switch. Grogan will check back in, and Griffin will check out.
I guess the defensive pressure has picked up just a little bit from the Comets because they've forced 4 turnovers now on Ballard here in this second quarter, where Carlisle County has not committed a turnover in the second quarter. They had 4 in the first quarter.
Just over 2 minutes to play. Comets with the lead and the ball here as Wilson comes across the timeline. We're in a close one, 23-22. Comets over Ballard right now as Thomason spins, gets it out to Anderson for 3. Got it! Reese Anderson with a hot hand here in the first half. He's got 12, and Coach Marla Cooper wants a timeout with 1:51 left here in the half. The Comets have opened up their largest lead, 26-22. We're back in 1 minute.
Farming is expensive enough without overpaying for the tools and equipment needed to get the job done. Co-Equipment is this area's source for top quality tractor parts, tires, and accessories. Family owned and operated for over 50 years, the farm equipment experts at Co-Equipment will get you back on the job without breaking the bank. And with a full staff of mechanics, they can repair or service just about anything. Co-Equipment on Highway 94, 1 mile from Tri-City. High quality equipment at a great low price.
If phrases like this mean something to you, maybe you should come work for us. If you identify more with phrases like these, then maybe you should put us to work for you. The Mastercraft LSR Touring.
Mastercraft tires available at Grover Tire in Hickory.
26-22 with 1:45 left here in the first half as Marinelli brings it across the timeline. Marinelli works to the right. Sullivan working hard on the post. They give it over to Chandler for the 3. It won't go. And a rebound by Trey Wilson for Carlisle County. Wilson went up over Sullivan that time to get it.
Yes, he did.
Anderson quickly back the other way. Gives it out to Elder. Going to fire the 3. Right wing. Oh, in and out. Rebound, though, comes off to McGee for Carlisle County. Out to Anderson. Over to Wilson. Wide open 3. Won't fall. And the rebound comes off to Marinelli. Bombers want to push. Marinelli, middle of the floor. Goes up and under over Elder and misses the layup. And the rebound comes off to Chandler. He'll lay it back up and in. Bradley Chandler with 5 now in the ball game. Pulls the Bombers back to within 2 with a minute to play here in the first half. 26-24. McGee out to Wilson. Wilson comes back top of the key, works back to Dewey. He's on the right side, going to fire the 3, in and out. Rebound off to Sullivan. He's got another one. Grogan headed the other way, carried the basketball. Unfortunate turnover there for the Bombers as Grogan kind of high bounced it on a dribble. That turnover will give it back to the Comets with 43 seconds left.
And Thompson is checked back in again with only 43 seconds left.
Offense-defense strategy.
Yeah, I understand that, but
here's Davin McGee.
Gonna need some help from somebody down the stretch. Both these teams are, really.
Oh, yeah. Anderson gets to the high post and throws it away. And the Comets take it right back. Davin McGee on the steal. Over to Elder. Elder gets around his man on the baseline. Can't hit the layup, and the rebound comes off to Chandler, and then Elder with a frustration foul 90 feet away will send the Bombers to the other end to shoot the 1-and-1. 23 seconds left here as Elder picks up his second.
It's a nice team foul now here in the 23.3 seconds left.
Maybe Bradley Chandler to the line, shooting the 1-and-1. 1 out of 2 from the free throw line tonight. He's a left-hander. He shoots his free throws with a high arch. First one's up and good. He'll get the second. 6 in the game now for Chandler. And this one with a chance to tie this one up with 23 seconds left here in the first half. Chandler's free throw is good. 26 apiece here as the Comets will go for one shot here with 20 seconds left. McGee will bring it up against Marinelli. McGee slants right, comes back, gives it to Thomason between the circles. Now back to McGee. We're down to 8. Comets going to make a move here. McGee out deep on the right side. Finds Thomason. Out to Wilson. Down to 3. Wilson going to drive the lane. Kicks it to Elder. 15-footer on the baseline. Won't go. And at the half, we're all tied. 26 apiece.
There's only one local eatery that's been recognized by the National Restaurant Association. Only one place serving Western Kentucky's best steaks, barbecue, and burgers, and only one spot perfect for date night, family dinners, or private events. By now you should know I'm talking about Carr's Steakhouse, where they not only serve up the best food in town, they also support the achievements of local athletes. You can watch every live local sportscast in HD in the bar at Carr's, so load up the family and head on down to 213 West Broadway in Mayfield. Carr's Steakhouse, great service and even better food.
No matter the season, no matter the job, Balders Farm Industrial and Home Supply has what you need to get the job done. Balders carries a wide range of products including storage tanks, fencing, welders, air compressors, tools, sporting goods, toys, and clothing for work, play, and hunting. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Balders has it all. Balders Farm Industrial and Home Supply, Cuba Road in Mayfield.
Hello, I'm David Long, President at First Kentucky Bank. I'm very proud of the group of professionals that make up our team here at First Kentucky. When you bank with First Kentucky, we guarantee that we'll provide a level of professionalism that will help you meet your financial needs. I'm proud of this team we've assembled. Their skill set is unique to any bank in this area, and I believe our customers will notice a discernible difference in the quality, attitude, and approach we bring to their financial affairs.
Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
At Shelter Insurance, we've found that peace of mind offers some real advantages. That's why we work hard to make things easier for you. By sheltering your cars, by sheltering your home, by sheltering your toys, by sheltering your life. Peace of mind. Isn't that the best shelter there is? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Shelter Agent Steve Jones about Shelter's competitive insurance rates.
Welcome back into Carlisle County High School, where the Comets and the Bombers in the Battle of Mayfield Creek all tied 26 apiece here at the halftime break, and a game that started slow. Saw a faster pace pick up there toward the end of the first half, most of the second quarter. And it's got a couple of guys in some foul trouble with just 2 fouls, nobody with 3. But, I really expected this game to go to the buzzer anyway. I think that's what we're going to see.
It looks like that's what we're going to see. Carlisle County has a history of putting together one bad quarter. Was it the first quarter? That's the only thing I see you got to look at the next 2 or 3 minutes when they come out in the third quarter to see if Carlisle County cannot have that little drag down they have coming out of the halftime activities. They have 5 turnovers so far in the ball game. I've only got them for 9 total rebounds there in that first half of that game, compared to 21 for Ballard. I know Ballard's is close to right because Sullivan has got to have at least 13, maybe 14 now.
Yeah.
Our statistician is gone with the thing to the locker room. I do not know. 8 turnovers there for Ballard in that first quarter, our first half. Carlisle County's 2 of 8 from three-point area, 6 of 15 from two-point field goal range, and 8 of 9 from a free throw line. Has them shooting 8 of 23 from the field. Ballard Memorial is 1 of 3 from three-point area, 7 of 22 from two-point area, and 9 of 14 from a free throw line, 8 of 25 for the field for Ballard there in the first half. And I think Coach Cooper is doing exactly what she thought she needed to do. Carlisle County a little weak on the board. She's taking the ball in. They've had 1 3-point shot that has been connected, and the rest of their points have come from the paint. Whereas Carlisle has had 2 3-pointers, and the rest of theirs have, all of those but one has come when Dewey's hit a little 17-footer down here just before the halftime hard. But, you think about it, they're attacking the basket. They're taking the basket right into Carlisle. Got Carlisle in a little bit of foul scare there right at the first of the game. Got 3 or 4 fouls called real quick. Things have kind of settled down on that a little bit. But one thing I'm really surprised on is Marinelli, for sure, has not attempted many 3-point shots. And the team overall not attempting but 3 3-pointers, being 1 of 3 from three-point area. It's a little bit odd to me for a Ballard team. I really thought they'd be shooting 3. But there again, I think they're going into the basket because they know of our weakness on rebounding.
I agree with you fully. As individually first for Ballard Memorial, Bradley Chandler and Jacob Sullivan each with 7 points in the first half. Jamarian Williams went to the bench with 2 fouls. He has 5 here at the break. Khalil Griffin off the bench with 3. And Eric Marinelli off the bench with 2. Matthew Grogan pitched in 2 free throws for 2 for the Bombers. For Carlisle County, Reese Anderson leads the way. He's got 12 here at the break. Trey Wilson has 6. Elder has 4. Dewey's with 2. And Davin McGee with 2. And once again, Michael Thomason, this now goes into, since that Hickman County game where he played so well in the Class A tournament, the game against Mayfield, so Thomason scored 3 points in the first quarter, and he has not scored since then.
Yeah.
We're going on, almost 2.5 games since then before the junior has put a point in the basket for the Comets. So, once again, the next 4 games all winnable for the Comets and a chance to get back to that 500 mark if they can pull out the next 4 games. We're going to send it back to the studio, take another 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have second half action for you.
For the best service and parts support for your equipment, rely on H&R AgriPower, your premier Case IH dealer. H&R AgriPower has over 45 trained service technicians, and our mobile service trucks will come to your farm. Plus, H&R AgriPower's huge parts inventory and daily parts delivery between our locations means you get the parts you need fast. For service and parts support, turn to your local Case IH dealer. H&R AgriPower, the power to get you more.
I love all the windows.
I think we envisioned it to be a space where we could gather together as a family.
This is a room they want to use all the time. They need things that are durable and stylish.
I love this one.
These shelves are great.
So what do you think?
That's beautiful. I do not feel that we could have made the decisions without the help of Bassett. Now I want to do another room.
The HGTV Home Design Studio by Bassett. Are you ready for your big reveal?
Right. Whatever it takes.
Creating comfort one home at a time. Call the folks at Tate Smith Heating and Cooling for all of your heating and cooling needs.
Has this ever happened to you? Or this? Will this make your memoirs? At Shelter Insurance, we can't iron out all the glitches in modern life. But we can manage your auto, home, and life insurance just fine. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Get the insurance coverage you need at the right price. Call Steve Jones today.
The Bomber basketball as we start the second half. Is Marinelli going to get the start? As Williams will stay on the bench with those 2 fouls. Here's Grogan driving inside, and we're going to get a foul on the Comets.
I think it's going to be before Elder.
It's going to be McGee reaching in before Trevor Elder could have possibly picked up his third.
I think that's McGee's second only.
So that's going to put Grogan at the line. He's 2 of 2 at the line tonight. His only 2 points. And he knocks down the first one, another bucket basket. Out a little tractor Metropolis for the Bombers. Second half starts as the first half did. A quick foul at the free throw line, and Grogan knocks them both down. It's exactly how the first half started. And the Bombers go up 28-26 as Davin McGee will bring it up into the front court. McGee works right side to Wilson. Wilson uses a little pick and roll from Elder. Nothing there. Back to Anderson now at the top of the key. Anderson backs out near the timeline.
We start the third quarter with not as much movement as we need either.
Kind of dragging right now. Here's Elder on the baseline, looking to drive. Elder in the paint. Had it blocked, and Sullivan with the rebound. Sullivan up to Grogan. Grogan taking it up, missed the layup. Sullivan right there to tip it back up and in for the Bombers, and they take a quick 4-point lead at 30-26. Wilson back the other way into the lane, lays it up, won't go. Sullivan with another rebound. Davin McGee with a steal, though, and he'll lay it up, won't fall. And the Bombers come away with another rebound. It's Grogan this time. Behind the back over to Chandler. And Chandler missed the first one. And then he's fouled on the second one. So a
One on Elder. That's going to be his third.
That's 3 on Trevor Elder with 6:53 left here in the third, and that's going to put Bradley Chandler back at the line shooting 2.
It's going to get Dewey's up, ready to check in for Elder, as the first shot is no good.
Chandler misses the first one. He's now 3 out of 5 on the night. Elder will head to the bench for those 3 personals. 30-26. Comets going to have to get something going offensively here. Second one by Chandler won't go, and Davin McGee pulls down the board for the Comets. McGee up to Wilson. Wilson fakes the handoff to Thomason, goes baseline, gives it off to Dewey's. Dewey's looking to drive, puts it up over Sullivan, won't go, and the rebound comes off to Ross Jones, who also got the start here in the second half. Here's Marinelli down the right side. Brings it back out between the circles to reset. 30-26, 6.5 to play here, third quarter. Grogan to Chandler. He'll spot up for the 3. It won't go. Rebound comes off to Dewey's. Quickly out to Anderson. Anderson, a little hesitation move as he comes across the timeline, working on Chandler. Anderson still with the ball. Up, under, off the glass for 2. 14 now in the game for Anderson. Pulls the Comets back to within 2. Marinelli to Jones. Inside to Chandler, and we got a jump ball as Reese Anderson in there to tie it up. We'll head the other way. Be Comet basketball on the alternating arrow. Heady move there by Anderson. And Davin McGee will walk it up as the Bombers will not look to press here. 30-28. Bombers up by 2. McGee going to use a screen by Dewey. He's out top. Goes back door looking for Reese Anderson, but Anderson stopped and the pass went on and out of bounds. Turnover on the Comets. That'll get Jamarian Williams back in the ball game. Chandler's going to check out. And Kyler Mason going to get up off the bench for the Comets, and Dewey's going to get a breather.
Kyler played a good JV game.
Yes, he did. Getting rewarded for it.
Dewey's got whacked in the head a little bit there. I'm
trying to figure him out just a little bit. Marinelli at top of the key.
That'd be hard to do, Corey.
Right side to Anderson. Anderson with a deflection, but couldn't come up with a loose ball before it heads out of bounds. And it'll be Bomber basketball over on the far side. So Grogan will key it in with 5:27 left in the third. Bombers trying to add to their 2-point lead as Marinelli brings it with the left hand into the front court. Uses a high screen by Sullivan. Gives it off to Williams on the right side. He's going to drive on Thomason and walked with it. Little spin move. Shuffled those feet. He hit the shot, but wave it off, and it'll be Comet basketball with 5:16 left now in the third. Trey Wilson across the timeline. They come top of the key to Thomason. Thomason to Anderson. Now to McGee. They'll swing it over to the left side to Wilson. And Trey going to reset the offense for the Comets. So the Bombers have stayed man-to-man here. I look to see a little more zone out of the Bombers in this game than with what we've seen. Here's Davin McGee, a little pull-up 15-footer, won't go. And the rebound's going to come off to Grogan. Grogan leads the break for the Bombers all the way, coast to coast, lays it up, won't go. Rebound comes off, and Kyler Mason swats one away out to Anderson. Anderson on the run out, and he's fouled as he goes up by Marinelli. That'll put Reese Anderson back at the line shooting 2. So Marinelli picks up the first Bomber foul of the second half, his first personal. And Reese Anderson is going to head to the free throw line. Jacob Reddick set to check in after this first one. That's good by Anderson. Pulls the Comets back to within 1. Davin McGee will get a breather as Reddick checks in. Ross Jones out as Bledsoe will check back in. And we have not seen Raymond Hurd, the freshman.
Nope.
For the Bombers, as Anderson ties this game with another bucket basket out of Little Tractor from the free throw line. Hurd missed the bus tonight and came into the game, into the gym with about a minute left in the JV game. I wondered if he was going to get a chance to be called on tonight. And he is a game changer when he gets in there as the Comets pick up a foul.
One on Reddick.
Reddick's going to pick up his second, team's third. And Marinelli will reset here to our left as they bring it in out top. Bledsoe into the backcourt to get it. Gives it to Grogan. Grogan to Williams. That ball went into the backcourt. It was not touched. I'm not sure that Bledsoe realized that it wasn't going to be an over and back violation. He kind of hopped with it a little bit. Here's Grogan out of the corner. Knocks down the three for the Bombers. Grogan now with 7 in the game. And puts the Bombers back up by 3 at 33-30. 4 minutes left here in the third. Mason. Out top, throws it away, trying to get it in for Thomason. And then Reddick with a heady steal almost in the backcourt, but couldn't hold on to it before it goes out of bounds. The Carlisle County ball to go length, or Ballard Memorial ball to go length to the floor here. Have the ball in a 3-point lead. Marinelli. And a dead gym. There's a nice crowd here. It's just a dead gym in here today. Bledsoe, top of the key, going to fire the three. It won't go. And on the rebound, it's Sullivan. Who else? Grabs another rebound off to Marinelli. He missed a layup, and the rebound comes off to Kyler Mason for Carlisle County, and then Sullivan knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Carlisle County ball. The rebound Sullivan got now.
Got a foul on the backside.
So away from the ball.
Going to be on Sullivan.
Going to go on Sullivan. So
yeah, on the backside.
One ref was just going to let it go, and I tell you what happened. That ball went off of Carlisle County out of bounds, and then they just gave the ball to Carlisle. He was going to wipe off the foul.
Yeah.
And the other referee come over and said, no, that's not fair. You're going to call the foul. So Sullivan picks up his first. Here's Thomason into the lane. Bunny hop, dumps it off to Dewey's. Back in the game, and Dewey's going to be fouled as he goes up. It's either going to be 2 on Sullivan or the third one on Bledsoe. We'll see.
Bledsoe's, no, it's going to be on Sullivan. I thought Bledsoe was holding his hand up, wanting it on him, but.
And that's going to put Jacob Dewey's at the free throw line, shooting 2. Comets, just no offense here in the second half. Reese Anderson with all 4 for Carlisle County as Dewey's misses the first free throw. The Comets had hit 10 in a row.
If his granddaddy knew he missed a chance of getting the buck out of a little tractor, he'd be upset, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would. Second one by Dewey's is good. Another bucket basket. He's got 3 in the game. Makes it 33-31. Williams into the front court. Slashes to the basket. Spins. Puts it up and in. Nice athletic move by Jamarian Williams. It's a 35-31. There's Thomason, left side 3. Finally, Mike Thomason.
Pulls Carlisle back to within 1.
He had went.
Marinelli just twisted an ankle.
He sure did. Williams up top misses the 3. Marinelli trying to walk it off. Ball's loose on the floor. Sullivan gives it off to Grogan, and then Wilson's going to get triggered for a foul. It's Marinelli trying to walk off a twisted ankle. So Michael Thomason had went. Let's see if I can figure this one up. 3, 7. He had went 9 quarters without a point before that 3. Bomber ball underneath their own basket, up by 1, 35-34 as it comes out top to Griffin, who checks in for Marinelli. Griffin backs it out. Comets look at a double team there. They give it over now to Jamarian Williams on the right wing. Williams into Bledsoe, trying to get it over in the corner, and it's picked away by Thomason. Comets on the steal with 2.5 to play. They have a chance to retake the lead. Thomason pull up 3, same spot. This one won't go. And the rebound's going to come off to Reddick for Carlisle County. Reddick going baseline, had it tapped her over to Gavin McGee, who blows the layup, and here come the Bombers the other way. Griffin off to Williams. He'll lay it up, won't go. Tap back up by Grogan and in. Grogan's got 7 in the quarter, 9 in the game, and puts the Bombers back up 3.
You're crashing the boards like that, you're going to do that.
37-34, Thomason driving the lane, makes the layup. He used every bit of the rim to get that one to fall. Thomason with 5 quick ones. 37-36. Griffin slowly walks it up this time as Grogan's going to take it, drive inside, and get bailed out on the 3rd foul on Jacob Reddick. He's going to put Grogan at the free throw line, shooting 2. 37-36. Bombers on top. 1:41 left here, 3rd quarter. First one by Grogan is up and no good as it falls off the right side. It's going to get Elder and Anderson back in. Deweys and Reddick will check out. So the Comets back with their starters on the floor right now.
Elder on the floor with 3 fouls.
That's a big one to watch this last minute, 41. You don't want him picking up a fourth as Grogan hits the second one, makes it 38-36. Bombers with the lead. Anderson out top. Hands it off to Wilson.
That's been quiet here in this third quarter.
Yes, Wilson without a point here in the third as he drives inside and he had it knocked away. Looking for the foul call. Didn't get it, and the Comets will go out of bounds with a minute 27 left here in the third. Bombers on top by 2. Ball comes into Thomason. He gets an open layup, and he missed it. And the rebound's going to tracked down by Carlisle County's Davin McGee. McGee out to Thomason. Thomason in the lane, jump stop, off the glass, won't go. Tapped by Wilson, won't go. And we've got bodies flying everywhere. Here's Bledsoe headed the other way. And out of bounds off of Bledsoe. We had about 6 bodies on the floor and no whistle.
I can't believe they didn't call a block or something on Reese Anderson down there.
Yes. Could have went either way. Both teams looking for a whistle to be called. Instead, it's a turnover on the Bombers, and the Comets headed back the other way. Anderson hands it off to Thomason. Thomason back to Wilson at the top of the key. Works to the left side, hands it off to Anderson. Anderson dribbling back out top. Fakes the handoff. Anderson going to go to the hoop, lays it up, good, and a foul. Reese Anderson with a chance for the three-point play. Reese is having his best game of the season here tonight.
That's going to go on Williams, I believe.
It's going to be 3 on him, if so. That's going to get Ross Jones back in the ball game. Bledsoe's going to check out.
And Dewey's back in the game.
Elder will check out, and a chance not to get that 4th foul on Elder. Marinelli going to check back in, and Williams will check out with 45 seconds left here. We're tied 38 apiece. Anderson will be at the free throw line. And a chance to put Carlisle County back on top. Anderson, free throw, rattles home. He stays perfect from the free throw line. 39-38. Comets with the lead, Bombers with the ball. Grogan in trouble out top. Finds Ross Jones, now to Griffin, down low to Sullivan. He's had a big game, he missed the layup, and the rebound comes off to Anderson for Carlisle County. And the Comets will be happy with one shot here with 25 seconds left as Anderson brings it across the timeline. Out deep on the right wing, Trey Wilson. Wilson picked up by Marinelli. We'll give it over to McGee. We're down to 15, 39-38. Comets with the lead in the ball. Down to 10. McGee out straight away. Thomason left side to Wilson. Wilson looking to drive on Marinelli. He'll put it up and in. Wilson with the basket. He's got 8. And at the end of 3, Carlisle County 41, Ballard Memorial 38.
Today's blockbuster hits are available to all in crystal clear digital cinema and Dolby digital sound at Princess Theaters of Mayfield. You just can't beat the comfortable atmosphere at Princess Theaters. They've created an environment tailor-made for families with their genuine friendly style of service and unrivaled concession options featuring West Kentucky's best popcorn. Check them out online at princessofmayfield.com or call 270-251-3583 for showtimes. Princess Theaters of Mayfield. Big-time entertainment with a hometown feel.
Lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Ooh, 64 dream car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides and have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman.
Love those shoes.
Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Agent Steve Jones about Shelter's auto insurance discounts.
It'll be Ballard Memorial basketball as we start this 4th quarter.
Ballard Memorial has 33 rebounds so far in the ball game.
Wow.
Carlisle has 17. Carlisle shot 5 of 15 from the field there in the third quarter. Ballard shot 4 of 13.
Neither team shooting the ball well. Comets on top, 41-38.
One thing I see on it is Carlisle only attempted 2 3-pointers connected on one of them.
41-38. Bombers with the ball, trying to pull this lead back down. Dewey's gets the start here in this fourth quarter. Instead of Elders, they lob it in for Sullivan, and he'll lay it up in the end. Sullivan now with a double-double. He's got 11 to go with a slew of rebounds. There's Reese Anderson driving inside. Nothing there. They kick it back out to Thomason. Thomason running into the lane, and he's hammered.
Ooh, that's going to go on Sullivan, or Jones one.
Sullivan is 3. It's going to go on Jones. So Michael Thomason will head to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Shooting 2. Both teams with 5 team fouls. Second one on Jones. 41-40. Thomason knocks down the first one.
Another bucket basket from Little Tractor.
6-9 the game from Michael Thomason. Second one by Thomason comes off the front of the rim, and Jones pulls down the rebound for the Bombers. 42-40. Comets lead. Bomber basketball. Marinelli out top. 3 on the way for the lead is good. Eric Marinelli gives the Bombers a 1-point lead at 43-42. 5 points, I think the largest lead by either team. Here in this one, we've been back and forth. Wilson on the left side for the Comets. Drives in on Marinelli, and an offensive foul on Trey Wilson. Will be the last foul to give for the Comets, and the Bombers will shoot the bonus the rest of the way as Wilson picks up his third. 6:53 to play in the ball game. Marinelli, who just gave the Bombers the lead, will bring it across the timeline. Gives it off to Griffin. Back to Grogan. Now to Sullivan. Hands it off to Jones. To Griffin. Griffin going to go baseline. Looking back inside. They kick it over to Marinelli instead. Marinelli pull up 10-footers. Good. Hit the back of the rim. Bounce time went in, and now the Bombers come back with full court pressure and a near turnover in the backcourt.
And they do.
The Comets do turn it over as Thomason pass goes out of bounds. So the Bombers on a quick 7-0 run. They have taken a 45-42 lead with 6:20 to play. Marinelli to Grogan. Marinelli looking inside, and we got a whistle. Coach Brian O'Neill is livid. They missed a, he's wanting a 3-second call on Sullivan. He was all the way to half court wanting to call. Instead, Marinelli's going to get the chance to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Foul went on Dewey's. That's his second now. It's the team's 7th.
First one by Marinelli is good. Increases that Bomber lead now to 4 at 46-42. Elder back in the ball game as Davin McGee will get a breather. 6:07 left. Coach Brian O'Neill still getting his time to talk to the referee as Marinelli now with one more. And it's no good. And a rebound going to be tracked down by Jones for the Bombers. Out to Grogan. Long 3. Won't go. And out of bounds. The rebound saved in by Jones. Good hustle move by the Bombers. Here's Griffin. Bombers just out hustling the Comets right now. That's Marinelli. Brings it out top. Gives it over to Griffin on the left side. Griffin drives. 15-footer. Won't go. Rebound comes off to Thomason for Carlisle County. Quickly up to Wilson. Wilson pull up 3. Won't go. Rebound. Tracked around. And Elder will pull it for Carlisle County. And he walked with it. Trying to get it over to Anderson. And Elder with the turnover. Going to get Chandler back in the ball game. As Griffin checks out. Davin McGee will check back in. They're going to get Trey Wilson out just for a moment. Give him a breather for the stretch run. 46-42.
Comet fans are on the refs like everything when they go up and down that sideline. I don't know why he keeps running. I'd get out the floor a little further, I think.
I would too. Here's Chandler into the lane. He's going to draw a foul. That's going to be 4 on Elder. And it's going to put Chandler at the line shooting 2. So Chandler missed his only 2 free throws here in the second half. Was 3 out of 4 in the first half. Chance to increase this Bomber lead, and he does. 47-42, equals the largest for the Bombers. Second one by Chandler. Good again. Gives the Bombers their largest lead of the night. 48-42. 5:22 to play. Anderson across the timeline. Picked up by Chandler out top. Works left side to Thomason. Thomason looking to drive. Goes behind the back. Off the glass. Good. Michael Thomason. He's got 8 here in the second half. Looks at 48-44 with 5 minutes to play. Chandler hands it back to Marinelli. Comet's going to have to extend the defensive pressure a little bit as Marinelli drives. He's going to be fouled on the floor. It's going to be a 1-and-1 situation coming for Marinelli.
Foul's going to go on Devin McGee. It should be his third.
Now to get Trey Wilson back in. Elder will check out with those 4 personals. 48-44. Marinelli back to the free throw line. Shooting the 1-and-1. Free throws up and rolls home. That's a friendly roll. And he'll get the bonus. .49-44, 4:52 to play. Marinelli misses the second one. The rebound comes off to Anderson. Anderson across the timeline. Gives it over to McGee. Now to Thomason at the top of the key. Thomason spins in the lane. 10-footer won't go. Rebound comes off to Anderson. Anderson will circle it back out. Gives it up to McGee. Now to Thomason. Squares for 3. Won't go. And the rebound comes off to Chandler. And then the Comets come back with it. Thomason with it. Ball's loose on the floor again. And we've got bodies going everywhere. Foul's going to go on Thomason. We'll go to the other end and shoot the double bonus now with 4:26 to play. Third one on Thomason. And it'll be Grogan headed to the free throw line. Shooting 2. 4:26 left. Grogan at the line. 5 out of 6 from the line tonight, and he makes the first one. And a buck a basket. Out a little tractor, puts the Bombers back up 6. Thomason will check out. Elder back in. Second one by Grogan. On the way is good. Grogan's had a nice second half here. 10 in the second half. He's got 12 in the game, and it's given the Bombers their largest lead now at 51-44, 4:15 to play. A lot of time on the clock. Anderson drives in the lane, gives it off to Wilson. Back to Elder. Head fakes, gives it over to Wilson, and he gets Grogan in the air. And Grogan will pick up the foul. It'll be out of bounds to the Comets, and the last one to give for the Bombers, and it's the second one on Grogan.
And the possession area is in favor of Carlisle County.
Here's McGee to Wilson. Wilson's going to drive, gets his man in the air, gives it off to Elder. He'll take it in strong, miss the shot, and the rebound is going to go off of the Bombers. It'll stay with Carlisle County. And even 4 minutes on the clock. 51-44. Anderson into Elder, and as Elder goes up, he's fouled, and the Comets were wanting, or the Bombers were wanting the jump ball. And instead, it'll be a foul on Sullivan, and it's going to put Trevor Elder at the line shooting 2.
Sullivan's third. It looked pretty clear to me that it was a jump ball.
I'll give Sullivan credit. He had a lot of ball on there. Elder knocks down the first one. His 5th point of the game. Pulls the Comets back to within 6, 3:58 to play. Second one by Elder, rolls home. It's at 51-46, 3:55 to play. Marinelli picks up his dribble, works right side, gives it off to Grogan. Grogan hesitates in and loses the ball out of bounds. They're going to say Anderson was the last to touch by Carlisle County.
I'm laughing about the fans over there on that referee.
Inbounds pass is going to sail into the second row, and it'll be Carlisle County basketball as the Bombers overthrew the pass. Gives me a chance here with 3:46. A lot of time to play, Dan. And between the two teams, not a lot of wins on the year. But all but 2 of Carlisle County's wins have been nail biters.
Right.
The Bombers have not been in that situation.
That's correct.
So see how the Bombers react down the stretch here in a close game. Here's Wilson getting to the hoop, lays it up and in. Trey Wilson into double figures with 10, pulls the Comets back to within 3, 51-48. Marinelli working right side. Gives it off to Chandler. The lefty drives in the lane and had it stripped. It's going to go out of bounds off of Carlisle County. It'll be Bomber basketball underneath. I'd like to say this. Ever since Coach Brian O'Neill had his say-so about the 3 seconds in the lane, the whistles have went away.
Yeah.
Marinelli into Grogan. Grogan going to fire the 3. Is short. The rebound comes off to Davin McGee. 3:10 to play. 51-48. Bombers have led by as many as 7 here in the fourth. McGee out to Wilson. Wilson uses the screen, gives it off to McGee at the top of the key. Now back to Wilson, just right of the lane. He's going to drive left, gets into the lane, and he's fouled as he goes in by Ross Jones, and that'll put Trey Wilson at the free throw line shooting 2. 2:52 to play.
3 on Jones now, I believe.
You're right. 8th team foul. So again, as Dan mentioned, possession arrow in favor of Carlisle County in case of a jump ball. With 2:52 left here in regulation. Wilson at the line shooting 2, and the first one's good. 11 now in the game for Trey Wilson. And the Bombers going to take a 30-second timeout with 2:52 to play here. We'll keep it here. And as I mentioned, Dan, the Comets got an easy win against CCA early in the year, and they went to Dongola and got a pretty easy win. Other than that, everything's been 4 or 5 point games. For the Bombers, they do have 4 wins on the year, and but they were a blowout of Crittenden County, which we were up there for that one.
Right.
It was a blowout against Brown up in Louisville, a 40-point win against CCA once again, and then a 9-point win early in the year against Fulton City.
Right.
They have not been in that situation and been able to pull them out. So, and I'm not saying there's a lot of experience anywhere, but when both teams are looking to build experience, games like this matter. And you have to find ways to grind out and get wins.
Find ways to win.
And if you're the Comets, you have to find ways to win on your home floor.
Yeah.
That's the big one. It's Carlisle County. They haven't won on their home floor. They don't have a win here this year.
That's right. That's correct.
All 8 wins have been on the road.
Right.
All 8 wins have been on the road, and all 8 wins they have given up less than 60 or less.
That's right.
So see if the Comets can't pull one out here. 2:52 to play. Trey Wilson, second free throw, is on the way, and it's good. 12 in the game now for Wilson, and it's 51-50. Here's Jamarian Williams driving right side, missed the layup, rebound comes up to Sullivan. He missed a bunny, fighting for the rebound. Who's going to come out of there with it? It's a loose ball, and Jamarian Williams is going to get a timeout by Ballard Memorial to save the possession. Good heady call there on the bench to get the timeout call. 2:41 left. We're going to take a 30-second break.
Moe's & Bella's Frontier Firearms is this area's guns, ammo, and accessories headquarters. With decades of experience on the single-action circuit, Moe's & Bella are your perfect partners, whether you're a veteran rifleman or a first-time shooter looking for training. Frontier Firearms carries a constantly updated selection of defense pistols, rifles, ammunition, reloading supplies, and tactical accessories. They also have a state-of-the-art precision laser range on site. Moe's & Bella's Frontier Firearms, inside Mayfield's Fountain Square Plaza. They're your hometown gun shop.
Still a lot of time on the clock. 2:42 left. 51-50 as the Comets on a 6-0 run to pull it back to within 1, and a heady call by the Bombers to get a timeout as a loose ball was on the floor and everyone was fighting over it.
I assume it's almost safe to say that we have seen Carlisle County this year play every game they've played in spurts. They'll do a 2-minute, 3-minute little spurt, and then they'll fall back and just absolutely just sat still.
There's been a
as
couple
far as
of those,
Ballard, I have not watched that.
There's been a couple of those district games that I've seen the comments, put close to a 32-minute game together, close, but they have yet to do that.
So it'll be Ballard Memorial's ball.
Bombers underneath. Marinelli looking to get it in. Going to bring it out top to Grogan. Dewey's on the floor as Thomason on the bench for Carlisle County. 2:35 left. Here's Jamarian Williams. Starts out top. Drives the lane. Scoop shot. Won't go. Fight for the rebound, and we'll have a jump ball between Reese Anderson and Jacob Sullivan, and that'll go Carlisle County's way on the alternating arrow. So the Comets in a 6-0 run here. They trailed by 7. They've cut it to 1 at 51-50. Davin McGee across the timeline. Gives it off to Anderson. Anderson at the top of the key. Gives it back to Wilson. Wilson driving. Going to take it all the way to the hoop and lays it up and in. And the Comets have retaken the lead at 52-51. Marinelli. Across the timeline for the Bombers. This one's going down to whoever has the ball last, I'm afraid. 2 minutes to play, 52-51. Grogan looking for Williams on the cut. Can't find him, picks up his dribble. He's handled by Reese Anderson, looking for a 5 count. Instead gets it over to Marinelli. Now to Williams, left of the lane, 140 left. Williams looking to drive, dumps it off to a wide open Ross Jones, who puts the Bombers back up with his first basket of the game. 53-52. Davin McGee out top.
Minute 26 left.
Gives it off to Wilson. Wilson guarded by Grogan. Wilson's got his way to the rim several times here in this fourth quarter. He backs it out near the timeline. Comets with the ball down 1. Wilson looking to drive. Into the lane he goes, and he's going to be fouled, and that's going to put Wilson at the line as Sullivan picks up the foul. So the Comets kind of isolated it out. They wanted Wilson to drive. The Bombers collapsed on the defense. Wilson may have got away with a walk as he went in there.
I think the foul was before the walk, really.
And that's going to be the 4th on Sullivan. And it's going to put Wilson at the line shooting 2. First one by Wilson is good. Another bucket basket out of Little Tractor in Metropolis.
We're all tied up at 53, 107 left in the ball game.
15 in the game now for Trey Wilson. Wilson, second one, rattles out, and we're tied with 1:05 left as Marinelli grabs the rebound. Marinelli out between the circles. Left side to Williams. We're under a minute. Williams at the elbow loses the basketball, and the Comets come away with a steal. Elder gets it out to Wilson. Comets would be happy just to get into their motion offense here, burn some clock, and try to take the last shot if they could. 40 seconds left. Wilson looking to drive on Grogan. Breaks the 5 count, gets it over to Anderson. Anderson guarded by Williams. Gets it over to McGee. Bombers switching on all the screens as they'll come to Elder out top. Now to Dewey's on the left wing. 25 seconds left. Wilson. Comets might take a timeout here, and they do. And Coach Brian O'Neill upset with himself as right as he took the timeout, the Comets were going to get an open look. With 21 seconds left, the Comets will take a timeout. It'll be their ball. When we come back after this quick 30-second break.
Since 1985, Grover Tire has been this area's top choice for tires. Family owned and operated from the start, they've passed their friendly style of service down through the generations. The staff at Grover Tire puts your mind at ease with their knowledge about the industry and their desire to meet your exact needs. With top brands like Toyo, Cooper, Michelin, and Mastercraft, Grover Tire will get you riding easy at an affordable rate. Grover Tire, just off of Highway 45 at 20 East Sawyer Road in Hickory.
Corey and Dan Bowles here with you. We have a dandy here. 20.9 left on the clock. It'll be Carlisle County basketball. To reset it, any foul the rest of the way is 2 shots for either team. Possession arrow favors the Bombers. In case of another jump ball, we saw that come into play just a moment ago when Reese Anderson got a jump ball. The Bombers who led this one 51-44 in the fourth quarter, and the Comets on a 9-2 run here. Have it tied at 53 apiece. It'll be Reese Anderson, the inbound it on the far sideline. Comets working down to our right. Comets looking to get it in. Anderson brings it into Davin McGee in the backcourt. Comets going to try to go for one here. McGee hands it off to Anderson. Anderson picks up his dribble. He's in trouble, and Carlisle County wants another timeout. We'll keep it here. 9.7 left as Carlisle County takes another timeout. And the ball will be inbounded in the same spot it was a moment ago on the far sideline. We come out of the timeout to Comets with McGee, Anderson, Wilson, Elder, and Dewey's on the floor. The Bombers will have, it's like Grogan, Jones, Marinelli, Jamarian Williams, and Jacob Sullivan on the floor for this last 9 seconds. Once again, the Comets looking to win their first game at home this year. And the Bombers in their 9th game of the season. The Bombers looking to get their 5th win on the year. Once again, Carlisle County on paper, 4 straight games that they have a pretty good shot of winning. We get the Comets back to 500 a week from tonight. But they have a tough 9 seconds left here in regulation.
Carlisle County with 1 player with 4 fouls.
That's Elder.
And Ballard with
just Sullivan, I believe.
Sullivan with 4. I believe that's all.
If this game does go to overtime, those factors will come into play. All right, so this time it's going to be Trey Wilson to inbound it over on the far side. 9.7 left. Inbounds guarded by Grogan. And officials talk about it a little bit. Now Carlisle County going to take a 30-second timeout. They see how Ballard Memorial wanted to defend it. And now Carlisle County will take another timeout and look to set up some type of play. The hardest thing right here is you have to get the ball in bounds if you're Carlisle County. If you're the Bombers, you want a deflection. Even if you don't come up with the ball, you want a deflection and try to make it a helter-skelter tight 9 seconds. You don't want to give the Comets a good look if you're the Bombers. Of course, obviously, if you're the Bombers, you would love to get a steal off the inbound.
And plenty enough time if with a steal to get the ball to the other end. No doubt about that.
I saw the end of the freshman game here today. Carlisle County won it. They went coast to coast in 4.1 seconds. Shot a layup at the buzzer to win. All right, so we go back now. Anderson will inbound. Ahead, Wilson taking it out. That was a decoy. Anderson will key it in on the far side. Anderson into Wilson. Wilson turns the baseline and he's hammered by Jamarian Williams, and that's going to put Trey Wilson at the line shooting 2, but not a lot of time come off the clock.
7.4 seconds now with Wilson at the line shooting 2.
And that's the 4th on Jamarian Williams. So the sophomore, Trey Wilson, at the free throw line, shooting 2.
Wilson missed his last one, but he was there, Waller, just a few moments ago.
And this one's good. 8 out of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Now Coach Marla Cooper going to try to ice Trey Wilson. 7.4 left. The Comets up 54-53. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Back in here at Carlisle County as the Comets lead it by 1. It'll be Wilson to shoot 1 more when we come out of this timeout. Reset it here for us, Dan.
Yeah, it's 54-53. Carlisle County on top. Wilson at the line shooting 1 more. Possession there is in favor of Ballard Memorial. And players we just announced a while ago are back on the floor now. Wilson is back ready to go up the line. As the timeout is over, 7.4 seconds on the clock.
A lot of time for the Bombers to go coast to coast here. Wilson at the free throw line.
Ball will probably go into Williams' hand to get the ball up the floor as fast as it can.
You got to believe that's where it's going. Wilson's free throw is good as it rattles in. 55-53. Ball goes to Marinelli. Down to 5 across the timeline. Marinelli coast to coast. Runners blocked. Picked up by Dewey's. And the Comets are going to come out of there with the win. 55-53 as they come back from 7 down in the fourth quarter to win this one 55-53. As time expired, Marinelli with the runner. And Dewey's there to get a hand on it and deflect a shot. And the Comets win it. They go to 9-12 on the year. Ballard Memorial goes to 4-15 on the season. The Comets win this one. Trey Wilson finishes 9 out of 10 from the free throw line. He finishes with 17 big ones for Carlisle County. Reese Anderson had a superb game. 19 in the night for Reese Anderson.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky High School Athletic Directors Association.
It's just a few steps. A few steps for tradition. A few steps for innovation. A few steps for my family, friends, and neighbors. The ones who do the little things and the bigger than big things. A few steps so we can all stay connected and live better lives. So we all can prosper. And just a few steps for the courage, commitment, and dedication of all the Touchstone Energy Cooperative members who got us here. Learn more about the power of your co-op membership at togetherwesave.com.
West Kentucky Rural Electric Cooperative, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
There's only one local eatery that's been recognized by the National Restaurant Association. Only one place serving Western Kentucky's best steaks, barbecue, and burgers, and only one spot perfect for date night, family dinners, or private events. By now you should know, I'm talking about Carr's Steakhouse, where they not only serve up the best food in town, they also support the achievements of local athletes. You can watch every live local sportscast in HD in the bar at Carr's, so load up the family and head on down to 213 West Broadway in Mayfield. Carr's Steakhouse, great service, and even better food.
No matter the season, no matter the job, Balders Farm, Industrial, and Home Supply has what you need to get the job done. Balders carries a wide range of products including storage tanks, fencing, welders, air compressors, tools, sporting goods, toys, and clothing for work, play, and hunting. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Balders has it all. Balders Farm, Industrial, and Home Supply, Cuba Road in Mayfield.
Hello, I'm David Long, President at First Kentucky Bank. I'm very proud of the group of professionals that make up our team here at First Kentucky. When you bank with First Kentucky, we guarantee that we'll provide a level of professionalism that will help you meet your financial needs. I'm proud of this team we've assembled. Their skill set is unique to any bank in this area, and I believe our customers will notice a discernible difference in the quality, attitude, and approach we bring to their financial affairs.
Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
At Shelter Insurance, we've found that peace of mind offers some real advantages. That's why we work hard to make things easier for you. By sheltering your cars, by sheltering your home, by sheltering your toys, by sheltering your life. Peace of mind. Isn't that the best shelter there is? Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Ask Shelter Agent Steve Jones about Shelter's competitive insurance rates.